there have been a lot of myths out there surrounding pregnancy and surrounding parenting. So today in this video, we will be talking about some of the myths surrounding pregnancy, especially among Africans. And I'm sure a lot of you will find this hilarious, but I think it's important to look into some of these myths and see how best to reason with it. Okay. Mummies and mummies to be, yummy daddies and daddies to be, welcome back to another exciting video on the maternity diary. It's really funny how the moment you get pregnant or begin to have children, people, including your family and friends, will give you unsolicited advice. Even you would find strangers, people that you have never met before and probably would be the last time you would see them, give you certain advices about your pregnancy or how you should parent. And I mean, it's just incredible to me. I've had similar experiences when I was pregnant with both of my kids, and people I knew from nowhere would see me in the bus at work and be giving me all sorts of advice and it's not like they mean bad. A lot of the people actually mean well, but they don't realize that you have to learn to keep your advice to yourself unless you're asked for it. Okay, so as a young black girl who grew up primarily around my family and my community, it was very common to get a lot of advice even from neighbors, people that you didn't personally know, the moment they saw you were pregnant. It was perfectly normal. Okay, so the very first myth that I know of is especially as a first timer, don't reveal your pregnancy too early. And usually, like, they would advise that if you are pregnant, wait till I think 3 months after the first trimester before you let people know that you are pregnant. And the main reason is that telling people that you're pregnant too early invites some kind of evil into your pregnancy. For instance, like you'll find that witches will come and then eat up your baby in your womb, or you'll be attracting evil eyes on yourself. Okay, let me put a disclaimer out there. I have no problem with anyone that decides that they want to keep their pregnancy a secret till whenever. I mean, people are fighting different battles every day. Okay, so sometimes we do not understand why some people decide to keep their pregnancy a secret till they are comfortable sharing it. Okay, there are some people that, like, I mean, I know how it feels like to maybe be trying to get pregnant every month and the baby is not coming, like you're not getting the positive test, and so when you get pregnant you're like, oh, I think I need to keep quiet a little bit because I don't want people to know yet. What if the baby dies before and all of that? So it's perfectly understandable. But I will say that announcing your pregnancy early or not does not change anything. For instance, where I am in the West, you will find a lot of people who are probably struggling with infertility or who are trying to have a baby before they actually even get pregnant. They start announcing it way before that time, and they'll tell you, oh, okay, so my husband and I are trying to have a baby and we are looking forward to it, or maybe we are going to the hospital to do this IVF treatment and all of that. Like, they are so open to say these things out loud. Are you telling me that the witches are not, there are no witches there to kill their babies or like before it happens. You know, I feel like sometimes we overburden ourselves with some of these things. If your reason is like, I mean, no matter what your reason is, you decide for yourself what works for you, but don't let it be because maybe your entire family has said, oh, in this family we don't tell people that we are pregnant until we actually start showing. Yeah. My next myth that I want to talk about is do not accept gifts before you deliver. After you don't accept any kind of gifts. And I have actually seen this many times when people like people back from where I come from culturally will not accept certain gifts. They wouldn't do things like baby shower because of trying not to attract certain evil, okay, towards your baby. And sometimes you're scared that a gift may be cursed, so you accepting the gift even before the baby is born, you may curse the baby and the baby will end up dying before they're born and stuff like that. And trust me, like for both of my babies, especially the first one, okay, we did a baby shower, and it was actually a surprise baby shower. It was a beautiful baby shower. I had no idea what was going on, and my baby is still well alive. I mean, thanks be to God. But I personally don't think accepting gifts during pregnancy can mar the chances of having delivery. It depends on how you feel. If you're not comfortable about someone giving you a gift for your baby, do not take it. It's totally up to you. And speaking of gifts, I'm someone that I really love giving gifts a lot, and I currently am in Canada, so I usually like to give gifts to friends, new mothers that are new mothers in Ghana. And I sometimes finding the best gifts is difficult, and the kind of gifts I want to give, I would have to like ship them, and it's very expensive, it's too expensive. So I usually end up sending money to some of these new mothers that I know. And I find that usually what I do is I have about 5 different apps on my phone for sending money, and usually I'll be checking, okay, what's the rate, and then I'll be calculating. But most recently I found an app called Lemonade that is incredible. The rates are incredible and it's very stress-free. And by the way, this is not sponsored, it's just a recommendation. So if you are someone who sends a lot of money to your country back in Africa, there are different countries there. I think Mali, Cameroon, Nigeria, Ghana, Senegal, Uganda. If you're someone that sends money back home, go in the description section. You will see a link to this app. Download the app and put in my referral code, and you will receive $30 when you send money to your family. So yeah, you will enjoy it just like I do. Let's get back to it. So the next myth that I'd like to talk about is don't let anybody rub your tummy. Man, don't let anyone except your husband and maybe your doctor, don't let anybody rub your tummy. And according to them, they may be transferring like bad spirits to your children before they are born. So I'm going to tell you something funny that happened to me when I was pregnant with both of my kids. And funny enough, like my second kid, it was actually during COVID, and I'll be walking somewhere, having a walk, especially because during my second pregnancy I had gestational diabetes, so I had to do a lot of activities and have like some serious diet. And so I remember I'll be walking, and then someone from nowhere, who knows me from nowhere, some old lady somewhere, will see me. Oh, you're pregnant, how many months? Oh, then she would come and touch my tummy. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Where do I know you from? And they don't even ask you that, oh, are you comfortable with me rubbing your tummy? Nothing like that. I have this colleague at work who he's an okay friend. I mean, I don't know him so very well. We don't exchange contacts and chat after work. But then I remember every single time he would see me, he would stop, come hold me and be like, oh mommy, oh this baby has to be called this, oh this baby, and I'm like, for real? Yeah, so imagine the number of belly wraps I've had that I haven't even given permission to. You know, so honestly, like I keep saying, it's entirely up to you how you feel. Don't let anybody tell you need to justify why you are doing something, maybe why you have told people do not touch my belly because I believe in this. Don't feel like you need to justify. It's totally up to you. It's how you feel. Another one that I'll talk about is, do not let anybody except your close family see the baby before 3 months. When after the baby is born, like, you keep the baby indoors for 3 months. And this, a lot of my people would attest to it. In fact, all the points I've made would attest to it. And I mean, usually, like when we give birth in my home country, Ghana, usually would stay at home for 3 months, not even go to church for 3 months, and it's only after 3 months that we go to church. So we allow the baby like to sort of grow and groom for 3 months before we reveal the baby to strangers or people in church or work and stuff like that. I mean, yeah, I mean, it's ridiculous, right? I understand that you don't want to put your picture out there, but then it just doesn't make sense to me to like keep intentionally be indoors with the baby for 3 months without going out because I don't want some evil spirit to catch my baby before they are 3 months. The next one is, while you're pregnant, do not attend a funeral, and because you don't have to be associated with a dead body, and it's like you're calling death to yourself and to your baby. Yeah. You see how ridiculous it sounds? I mean, it's just funny to me because a lot of times, like, you cannot, if it's, you really have to go for a funeral, maybe it's a funeral or someone very important to yourself, you're not going to go because you're pregnant. Okay, so this one, my mom was someone I know for sure was very skeptical, because even way before, years before I got pregnant, I remember she would be like, don't go to the sea, don't go to the ocean, it's very dangerous. If you go, just sit far away from the water, like stuff like that. And so it is believed that you should not go to the ocean while you're pregnant because of like marine spirits and stuff like that. That some of these marine spirits actually steal your unborn baby. The next myth I'll be talking about is, do not drink cold water while pregnant, because it's believed that your unborn baby skin will come out crumpled and looking like a wrinkled skin. But look, it's normal. Like, I don't know any baby who has been born and they don't have some kind of wrinkled skin, especially around their hands or the legs. It's absolutely normal, and it was not because you drank cold water. There are women that would not even drink any cold water at all. They wouldn't drink any cold water at all, and still the baby comes with that. And it's normal, because imagine your baby has been in some kind of liquid state around them, and you know, when you put your hand in water for a long time, or you put any part of your body in water for it begins to crumple. It's absolutely normal. So it has nothing to do with you drinking cold water during pregnancy. I mean, if it's so hot and you need to cool down with the cold water, why not? Another myth is that morning sickness only happens in the morning. Most mothers will tell you that is an absolute lie. That's an absolute lie. Morning sickness can happen any time of the day. I think it's just named morning sickness because it's fancy. Who knows? Because maybe evening sickness sounds weird, or afternoon sickness doesn't sound so fancy, you know. So yeah, morning sickness doesn't only happen in the morning. It can happen any time of the day or throughout the day. There's some people that have severe morning sickness, and we're going to talk about that in one of the videos to come. If you are experiencing a lot of heartburn during pregnancy, it means that your baby is going to come out very hairy. How true is that? Their mothers tell me in the comment section, is it true? Like, if you've had multiple babies, let me know. The pregnancy that gave you the most heartburn, did the baby come out very hairy? I mean, this is absolutely scientifically not true. Okay. There is absolutely no connection with having heartburns during pregnancy to your baby coming out very hairy. There's absolutely no scientific evidence for that. I mean, both of my kids came out extremely hairy, and I can say for a fact that I don't remember the heartburns like frequenting like that. I don't remember. Yeah, let me know your experience in the comment section. Okay, so the next one is eating spicy food during pregnancy can cause your baby to be bald. So are you actually seeing the contrast here? Because most of the time heartburns, it's connected to spicy food, you know. So if the spicy food is going to make you get heartburns, that means that simultaneously spicy food makes your baby hairier. But in this case, you're saying spicy food will make your baby bald. Yeah, I know you agree with me. Okay, so the next one that we will be talking about is that eating oranges during pregnancy can make your baby come out fair, or eating apples and oranges can make your baby come out fair. And there's absolutely no truth in that. Trust me, I took a lot of fruits during my first pregnancy, a lot, because at that time I wasn't restricted when it comes to diet, because I didn't have gestational diabetes, and I took so much fruit, and my baby actually came out looking darker than the second one that I didn't even take much fruit at all, just because of the sugar level in the fruits. So it's funny, the one that I didn't take that much fruit, he came out so much fairer than the one that I had like all the fruits in the world, that is oranges and apples. Okay, so the next one is eating okra will make your baby come out drooling a lot, so your child will end up drooling. So they say that a lot of times some of the kids that are always drooling is because their parents or their mothers ate a lot of okra during pregnancy. Look, the amount of okra I took during pregnancy, during my second pregnancy especially, because it had a lot of fiber in it and it was very good for my diabetes during pregnancy. None of my children drooled. None of them drew actually, so it's really surprising to me how some of these myths come about. Last but not the least, the myth I will be ending with is that crossing your leg this way crossing your leg during pregnancy means that the baby is going to come out looking like you, the mother. Man, the number of times I crossed my legs, or the number of times women cross their legs and sometimes their baby will come out not even looking like the father, they'll be looking like some uncle somewhere. So I honestly do not know where some of these myths come from and their reasons behind it. If you do know some of the reasons behind it, and especially if they are scientifically true, please tell us in the comment section. Educate some of us, okay? Knowledge is power, and it's very important to be informed about every decision that you make. I find that myths like this actually end up putting a lot of fear and panic in women, and during pregnancy that's the last thing that you want. Fear and panic, causing anxiety, raising your blood pressure, giving you hypertension, stuff like that. I mean, some of these things, that is what ends up happening to most mothers. And so it's important that we know that indeed some of these myths are absolutely not true, and this will help us make more informed decisions, have a more relaxed pregnancy. And by the way, this beautiful dress that I'm wearing, it's actually like this beautiful versatile dress I'm wearing is made by M&F Couture. I'll be leaving her contact in the description. And look, she That's very beautiful gowns. I'm telling you, very beautiful dresses, very beautiful stuff for your little kids and for yourself and for your husbands. Please do head to M&F Couture for some of these gorgeous dresses. Yeah, so my dress is actually sponsored by them, and I appreciate it. Thanks for making me look gorgeous as always. And they ship internationally everywhere, so don't think that because you're located in Germany they cannot ship it to you. They will ship it to you, and every dress is custom made. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this video today. If there are any myths out there that I missed out on, let me know in the comment section. I'll be delighted to read it, and let me know what you think about myths generally. I feel like it just creates unnecessary panic to pregnancy women, and we need to get educated. We need to be more informed, and so that we can have a beautiful pregnancy journey, because a pregnancy alone in itself is a lot of stress, a lot of work. Yeah, so guys, until next time, don't forget to stay happy, stay healthy, stay beautiful, and never ever forget that God loves you. See you next time on the Maternity Diary.
Live my life like it's my last day. Live my life like it's my last day. So I'm gonna live my life like it's my